Start by removing the tabletop and set it aside. Open the left side door by pressing on the handle, and open the front door by sliding it to the right and bring it forward. Then disengage the presser foot by pushing onto the handle and set the presser foot to the side. The hand wheel of this machine is turned away from you. This is important. Use the diagram located in the drawers table starting with number 1. Number 1 is one of the looper, and both of the loopers can be tricky. Start by passing the thread from back to front and from top to bottom on both holes, creating a wave. And do the same thing on the next 2 holes from top to bottom, and again from top to bottom. Then go behind the hole located right above the tension disc. Using tweezers can help. Floss the thread in between the tension discs, and then continue to the hole that's right underneath the tension disc from the top to the bottom. Using the copper threader will help you for the rest of this process. It has an eye like a needle has. Pass the thread through and make a knot. Follow the following pathway marked with yellow dots. Always going from top to bottom or from right to left, as you can see it here. Using both the copper threader and the tweezers will help you tremendously to access areas that would be difficult otherwise. For this looper, it has 2 holes, one on the side that you go from side to front, and then the last hole from front to back. Make sure to lay the thread to the back. Then go to the second looper marked here on the diagram in blue. Again, go from back to front, and then from top to bottom on both of these holes to create a wave-like shape with the thread. And do the same thing here. From top to bottom, and again from top to bottom. Same thing, go from behind to the front, floss the thread in between the discs, and from top to bottom. Using the copper thread and the tweezers, continue the following steps by using this video and the diagram. This looper can be tricky. Use the hand wheel to adjust the positioning and have an easier access. This looper has 3 holes Start with the bottom right. And then use the tweezers in order to pull the copper threader. This is tricky. You have to go underneath the plate and above the metal part you can see right here and pull the thread. One on the side that you go from side to front, and then the last hole from front to back, a hole right at the elbow. Once again, using the hand wheel, adjust your looper and access the last hole as shown in the video. Make sure that your thread lays right above the first looper we threaded and not underneath, like you see it right here in the video. Number 3 is one of the needle thread and takes a slightly different pathway. Start just like for the other thread from back to front. And then from top to bottom on both holes. Then from top to bottom for both holes. And same here from top to bottom for both holes. Then from back to front, thread the hole right above the tension disc. Floss the thread in between the tension discs. And then thread the hole right beneath the tension disc from top to bottom. Using the hand wheel, adjust the positioning of the mechanical part located in between the holes. For this third thread, use the top holes then go from front to back on the hole towards the left, and then using the hooks, and then weave the thread through the hooks and make sure that the thread goes behind this little plate in between the hooks. Now let's go to thread number 4, which is another needle thread. And just like the other ones, from back to front. And then weave your thread from top to bottom on both holes. Same for this second series of twin holes. Then go from back to front through the hole located above the tension discs. Then floss your thread in between the tension disc. And then thread hole right underneath the tension disc. Then here you want to pass the thread through the bottom holes, making sure that your copper threader goes in the bottom of the mechanical part located between these two holes. Then thread the hole to the right of the red thread. Notice that we forgot to do it, but please do not skip this step. Then thread the hooks and make sure that the thread goes underneath this little plate. Then thread the needles from front to back. Using the tweezers help a lot. Once you have threaded both needles, run a tail using the pedal with your foot before closing everything. See, we have a tail here before we put the press-a foot back. Otherwise, if you don't, the threads may get stuck underneath the press-a foot. Then put the table back after closing everything, and you are ready to test your threads.